Hey y'all, Krystal here. Just really quick, I came out to grab food for me and my husband. It's Saturday. It's a chill day, a relaxed day, but the testimony doesn't stop, y'all. So dang, I got one from yesterday too. So, and I didn't post one yesterday, so Lord forgive me for my inconsistency, but it is supposed to be an everyday thing. I was watching a video earlier and God quickly checked me on my intimacy in my marriage, because I was watching a marriage video. So y'all know Tabitha Brown has she's doing like marriage conversations on Black Love YouTube channel, and I was watching it, and it was about intimacy versus sex or something like that. And y'all, my marriage, I'm not gonna lie, has been like one of the most difficult areas for me in my life. And I have tried to divorce my husband. We've been married 10 years. And if I could be transparent, I have tried to divorce him for pretty much the whole 10 years we've been together. And I had my reasons, but every time, like, God speaks to me all the time. He told me a long time ago, don't worry about my marriage. He got my husband, he got my kids. So, you know, I'm like, but Lord, I don't want to be in this anymore. And he just like, he always speaking to me, about things concerning my marriage. So as I was watching this video and they were talking about intimacy versus sex, and Tabitha Brown was talking about how, her and Chance got together at a very young age. Their relationship was pretty much based off of sex, which is the same for me and my husband. Like, we got together at 14 and 15 years old. We knew nothing about intimacy. Broken, all kind of stuff. Y'all, we were young. So now, when I was listening to that and some things they said, I heard the Holy Spirit say, intimacy with me first, intimacy with yourself, and then intimacy with your husband. And I'm like, wow. So not only is God checking me on, how intimate I am with him, because he's my husband first, y'all. Like, God is my husband first. And then how my intimacy is with myself, meaning that, let me pause. So God was pretty much like, first of all, he making me check myself, because he's really been speaking to me about what's in my heart, which was supposed to be my tea for yesterday. What's in my heart, because out of the heart flows the issues of life, right? So how I treat myself, speak to myself, take care of myself, how I think, what I hold on to internally is going to show externally, like what I think I said what I speak out of my mouth. But yeah, like, how is my intimacy with myself? Because that's gonna stem off of how my intimacy is with God, and am I believing in his word and who he says I am. And y'all, I wasn't doing that. So he pretty much said, your intimacy with me, your intimacy with yourself, your intimacy with your husband, in that order. And I know most of the times in the Bible, it's like, or people say all the time, like, what comes first is your husband comes first. He's the head of the household and all this stuff, which is true. Our husbands are the leaders of our home. But do you lose yourself in the process? Like, does your intimacy come with your husband come before your own intimacy with yourself? And that's not the case, because how I see myself is going to show in some way in my marriage. And y'all, that's pretty much been happening from the day I went to my husband and said, you want to go get married. It was based off of a place where, first of all, I didn't know God like I do now. I knew of Jesus. Like, it's so much that I had to come to know about God and who he really is and what his word says, and use that as my foundation. But I was broken. When I got married, my intimacy level with myself was based off of what I received from the people that was closest to me and said that they loved me. So my parents, like, I didn't have an emotional connection with them. I didn't have like mental connection with them. Like, I didn't have all that. I didn't have intimacy. I didn't hear I love you. I didn't hear all that stuff. So as a child, that's what I thought of myself. So when I got in a relationship with my husband, I thought stuff like that was normal. So we went through stuff, and I was even more broken and didn't understand. And then now that I am Then I got married, but I said, let's get married from a place of like, I felt like I didn't want to sin anymore, but really the sin was in making a move like that. But also, I was broken, and I said, let's go get married from a broken place, because I felt like this is what love is, and nobody else is ever going to love me. And that was my level of intimacy. And I went into my marriage that way. And obviously, because my husband didn't know any better, he was like, yeah, okay. In hopes of not losing me and what we had. So, but he was in the same position as me. So, God is pretty much like, the more intimate you be with me, the more intimate you can be with yourself, because you'll see yourself in the way that I see you. And then the more intimate you can be with your husband, meaning that you don't see yourself the same because you see yourself through my eyes, and you won't see your husband the same because you see him through my eyes, because of what you see through yourself through my eyes. Y'all get what I'm saying? So it's like, the more I open up and allow God to heal me and heal my heart, I won't look at my husband the same way. And I will understand that, man, what I'm going through, my husband is going through as well. What I'm healing from, my husband probably he got places in his life he need to heal from too. So I don't take that away from him because of my own issues. I need to heal and then love him in the way that God loved me through my healing. That's intimacy, y'all. For me and my husband, an understanding wife. I used to be a nagging wife, like that wife with that dripping water. Like in Proverbs where it say, don't be a wife that got that drip, okay? And not dripping that term, but like a nagging wife. Like you hear a faucet leaking and you don't like it. So that's my tea, y'all. My time finna run out. Hope this was a blessing to y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Krystal Clayton _ and see y'all on the next